Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today I will be unboxing and doing a first impressions review of the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle. I am so excited. This deck has been on my wish list for a while, and I received this as a wonderful present. So thank you to the beautiful soul who sent this to me. You know who you are, and I am very appreciative of this. She also sent me the illustrated herbiary, which I reviewed last week. So if you want to see that, the link will be up in the right hand corner as well as in the description box. So today, I don't know how to pronounce this name, so let's Google it. Okay, so Siolo Thompson. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. We can blame Google if I get it wrong. So this is the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle by Siolo Thompson. And I'm going to remove the plastic so that there's less of a glare. I do apologize for the lighting today. It is a very dark and gloomy day. Rain is in the forecast, as is thunder, so I wanted to get filming before there was too much noise. My window is open wide, and as much sunlight is coming in, I even have my overhead light on, which is what's causing a bit of a glare. I'm doing the best I can, guys. So here is the Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle. This deck retails for $27.99 US. This deck was, I was very impatient waiting for this. I knew it was arriving, and it took a month to get here from the UK. I'm in Canada, and it took a month, so I really wanted this deck. So it says, body, mind, and spirit, divination, wisdom from the boundary lands. Let the spirit of the plants be your allies and friends. This gracefully illustrated deck will support you with insights gleaned from traditional herb lore, providing guidance and perspective from the thin places between one world and another. Designed to awaken your natural intuition, this collection of 40 elegant botanical cards from the creator of the Linestrider Tarot draws inspiration from healers and helpers who work in the mysterious realms of wilderness and spirit. Includes a 40-card oracle deck and a 192-page color instruction book. Let's open it up. I love these boxes with the magnetic flaps. My favorite style of box. So pretty. I love it. Here's the book. And we have the cards. It seems like there's a lot of wasted space under here. Nothing under there. But yeah, you can see how much space is under there. Bigger box than it needs to be, but I am not complaining about that. I love this box. One thing I will complain about is that the cards are wrapped in plastic. If you've seen any of my other unboxings, you'll know that I am not a fan of plastic. I think plastic is overused and it's wrecking the planet. So I much prefer when cards come either just loose in the box. I mean, not loose, but they're nestled in here nicely. Or just with a piece of paper. I mean, they're in plastic, in a box, in plastic. I just feel like it's unnecessary. Okay, these cards do not stick together at all. They are super slippery. I really like this card size. These are oracle cards, but let me see. I usually compare to my Rider Tarot, but that is downstairs on my desk. So we're going to compare to Best Tarot today. So let's see. So it's slightly short. I'm going to pick a deck that actually is different colors so it's easier to see. Okay. Change of plans. Let's compare it to the Gilded Tarot. And I mean, I know this is an oracle card, but okay. They are approximately the same size as a tarot card, as a traditional size tarot card. But for reference, this is the Moonology deck, and this is a normal oracle card size. You can see how much smaller it is. The cardstock, it's pretty flexible, but it doesn't feel soft. It doesn't feel like it's going to bend. It's just, or not bend. It doesn't feel like it's going to crease. It's very bendy. They are slightly, they're not a high gloss card, but they're slightly glossy. Which is nice. Excuse me, sorry. Here is the field guide. I like that it's called the field guide. So we have about the author. Is there an illustrator? Who is the illustrator? Well, she, I'm assuming it's a she. Yes, it says her. Okay. Making sure that my pronouns are correct. It does say that she is a self-taught visual artist, so I'm assuming that she is the illustrator as well. Visual artist and author. It's interesting. She lives in Seattle, Washington, which is not terribly far from me, and yet this deck came to me from the UK. Okay, so we have an introduction, how to use the cards, foraging and plant use, and then we have the index of cards. Nice. Okay, we'll have to look at this in more detail. Let's see, is there anything else at the back? Okay, so we have closing thoughts, sources and suggested readings. Ooh, wonderful. We have additional recipes for using foraged ingredients. Ooh, there's a salve. I love salves. So we have an Ostara salve with plantain. Absolutely love plantain, one of my favorites. Even my kids love plantain. They use it all the time when they get mosquito bites. They'll just run into the field and find some plantain. Oh, and they're seasonal too. I just noticed that they had winter, fall, summer. Did I miss that it said spring somewhere? Spring tonic. Oh, things to make in the spring. Very nice. I love that it has recipes and different ways to use the herbs that it's talking about. Okay, let's look at the cards, shall we? So here is the back of the deck. Let me try and show you without a glare. Very beautiful. Are they dandelions? Yes, I believe they're... oh, it's dandelions. Yes, it is dandelions. I love that. You can see the dandelion gone to seed here and the leaves of the dandelion, and then it's got the flowers meeting in the center. So let's see how they shuffle so they're not in alphabetical order. They shuffle beautifully, as I assumed they would, since they are so slippery. Oh, yeah, we've got jumpers coming out because they're slippery. Yeah, they shuffle really well. I would potentially wonder if the edges are going to get dinged up with my shuffling style. It just kind of feels that way. They feel like they're kind of soft on the edges. But I mean, they're cards. They're meant to be used. I'm not concerned about keeping them in pristine condition. That's just a note on the cardstock for me. So let's have a look at some of these cards. So we have Daylily, Ephemeral, Dogwood, Defend. I love the illustration style on this. Lady's Mantle, Magic. Love the combination of line work with a little bit of color. Marshmallow, Adversity. Morels, which is Regenerate. Elder, Ritual. Wormwood, Caution. I love the fact that these cards are smaller. I love that they're a tarot size because I don't have any oracle decks that are this size. And it's just, it feels so comfortable in the hand. We have Chicory, which is Sustain. Bearberry for Strength. Blackberry, Adaptation. Forage, Courage. Violet for Attraction. Clover for Nurture. Cohosh for Repel. Dandelion for Humility. Trout Lily for Patience. The last one I'm going to show is Foxglove for Connection. Oh, these are so beautiful. I love the simplicity of it. Hollyhock, Abundance. Oh, that one's upside down. Garlic and Ghost Pipe were upside down. Those are probably the two that I dropped earlier. I love how simple it is, just with a very plain white background, the line drawing with just a pop of color. Calendula. Another one of my favorites. Juniper. These are absolutely beautiful. So let's pull a card. Let's see what jumps out, and then we will look at it in the field guide and see what they have to say. I want to go with Rowan, Protection. It's because just the use of the red on those berries and how it popped. Okay. Rowan, Protection. So, is it in alphabetical order? Looks like it. I love how they have a very large, actually it's the same size. It just looks different. It looks bigger on the page. So it says Serviceberry, Service Tree, Mountain Ash, Quicken Tree, Birdberry, Witty Pear. And it's got the botanical name. So it says, the rowans, or mountain ashes, are a group of small trees and shrubs related to the rose family. Native throughout the northern hemisphere, they are easy to find in most areas and are particularly plentiful in the mountains of China and the Himalayas. The leaves of the rowan are similar to those of the true ash trees, but are in fact unrelated. The fruit of the rowan grows in clusters of bright red berries, though some have black or even white fruits depending on the season. They have various culinary applications. For example, they were once used to flavor beer and were called checkers because of the spotting patterns on the fruit. The fruits are used in traditional hide tanning as they contain acids and tannins needed to process and preserve leather. Birds, butterflies, and moths love rowan, and it's sometimes called a birdberry or birdcatcher because of this. The fruit remains on the tree late into the season and is an essential food item for the birds and other creatures who face a long migration or cold winter. The rowan's fruit is extremely plentiful and makes for great foraging. Gather a bundle of rowan fruits late in the fall and use them in jams, jellies, and pickles. Dehydrated rowan fruits are tangy, slightly bitter addition to muffins and breads. They work well in anything that calls for dried cranberries. Like many wild tree fruits, rowan has a high pectin content and is therefore great for jellies. I think rowan is particularly delicious when combined with the sweet flavor of apple. To make rowan apple jelly, combine equal amounts of apples and rowan. The fruit should be thoroughly washed and picked over and to remove stems and insects. Cut the apples into chunks, no need to peel them. Place cut apple and washed berries into a heavy bottom saucepan and cover with just enough cold water. Simmer until the berries begin to break down, between 45 minutes and an hour. Strain the mixture and hang in cheesecloth or a jelly bag overnight. If you would like your own jelly to remain clear, don't squeeze the mixture and let it drip on its own. In the morning, measure the liquid and add equal amounts of sugar. 1 cup of liquid requires 1 cup of sugar. Heat the mixture until the sugar has dissolved, then boil briskly to setting point, between 10 and 20 minutes. Pour into warm sterilized jars and seal. I find this jelly to be particularly delicious with sharp cheese and oat crackers, and it also can be enjoyed with squash, chicken, pork, game dishes, or even simply stirred into yogurt. The oracular property of oracular that's a weird word. Property of rowan is protection, sometimes called the wayfarer's or traveler's tree. It is thought to protect and guide travelers and prevent them from getting lost. The rowan tree has a long tradition in mythology and folklore as a magical tree that offers protection. Particularly powerful for this purpose is an amulet made from a branch of flying rowan, a tree that grows on the branches of other trees after having been seeded there by birds. Oh, how neat! The rowan is a portal tree and protects liminal spaces between one area and another, making this a wood of choice for gates and doorways among druids and witches. As an oracle property, the word protection could be a warning to keep your guard up. Is there someone new in your life, a new situation that may require caution? Remember that your most precious resources are internal rather than external. It's okay to be protective of your time, creativity, and compassion. These things have value and deserve to be guarded. Has other names: serviceberry, service tree, mountain ash, quicken tree, birdberry, witchy pear. Oracle property, protection. That is neat. That is not what I would have expected. Do all of them have? Look at that little mouse. Where'd that go? Look how adorable that is. Okay, let's see. Oh, it has just started raining. If it starts to thunder, I'm sorry. Let's look for garlic. Does it have... Excuse me. Does it have another recipe? This is really interesting. I love the story and the background that she gives for the different plants. This is fern, and they're talking about fiddleheads. It is advisable to eat all fiddleheads cooked to destroy the toxic, some word I can't pronounce, Ptaquiloside. I don't know what that says. So it's almost like a hedge witch, just a hedge witch guide in general, as opposed to a guide deck for the cards, which is probably why she's called it a field guide. I absolutely love that. Most guidebooks that come with oracle and tarot decks, I'm not tempted to sit down and read. But I think I want to read this book cover to cover and just absorb all the knowledge that is within this. I mean, I love the cards, but this I think is so valuable. I am so excited for this deck. I don't even know if you guys understand. I've got a big silly grin on my face right now. I'm so excited for this deck. Again, thank you to the generous, loving soul who sent this to me. I am so excited to be able to use this deck. I am going to probably read over the guidebook, have a good meditation session with the cards, and really feel out the deck for myself before I start using it in readings. But I am so excited to work with this deck. And I believe she has other decks. Let me check. Okay, so I'm just looking on Amazon because I totally got distracted by her Etsy shop. So she does have the Linestrider Tarot, which was mentioned on the back of this. But she also has the Winter Seer Animal Oracle. This deck, the Otherkin Tarot. The Otherkin Tarot is on my wish list. And then apparently Llewellyn's 2020 Greenwich Botanical Calendar is by her. I guess so was the 2021. Oh, I am so excited. I need to add all of her things to my wish list. So this retailed, it said $27.99 US on Amazon right now. This deck for in Canada is $38.60. So, oh, apparently the Winter Seer's Animal Oracle has not been released yet. But I don't know if you can see this. I am going to pre-order because I am so in love with this deck. So, got a little sidetracked there. This is a beautiful deck. I am so excited to use it, and I can't wait for the next deck to be released. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Bye.